Hello, Merry Christmas, Joyeux Noel, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy whatever, Merry everything, whatever it is that you celebrate during this merry time of year. Welcome to the channel, I'm your host, Big Red. And on today's journey, we are back so excited. We are aboard the Fighting 41, the USS Midway Museum here in San Diego, California, for the return of Jingle Jets for the 2025 year. So very excited for this year because one, I heard there's a ton of lights here. In fact, over 1 million lights this year. There's new things like a light show that's happening here on the flight deck. There's a scavenger hunt with a cool little light up wand, new foods, photo ops, and a whole bunch more. So I'm very excited to walk around the whole thing, check it all out, and have a merry old time here aboard the USS Midway. So if you care to follow me on this journey, let's go. Here we go, going on board the Fighting 41, the USS Midway, named after that battle in the Pacific during World War II. She never saw action during World War II, but she did. She was, I believe, the longest tenured aircraft carrier, serving like something like 50 or 60 years. Long history on her. The CV-41. So we're gonna go inside right now, and I already see a few furry buddies right there. It is dog night tonight.
Jingle Jets.
We're going to ring the bell. Got the flags of the armed forces over here. Got some cool looking little penguins and lights over here. Lights over here on this pipe. A star. Oh, and a beautiful red, white, and blue patriotic Christmas tree with some nutcrackers. Very cool. On board, you can actually take a wonderful group photo over here. There is different backgrounds over here, but you can also get the plain one. Look at that little puggy wearing his Santa outfit, so cute. Oh, and there is the magical, something new for this year, is the Midway's Magical Penguin Search. So for $20 per wand, there's apparently 5 penguins that you're gonna on search for them. And once you get the wand, there's like a little kind of like their activation. They do like lights and sounds and bubbles. I'm not 100% sure, but they are $20 per wand. And so we got ourselves a wand over here. So get a little information about it here. Apparently there's one on the hangar deck, one on the second deck, one on flight deck aft, flight deck starboard, and flight deck bow. So once we get all 5 of them, you know, that's part of the fun, is the scavenger hunt portion of it. But your real prize that you get is the cool dog tag for the penguin hunt. It says Operation Penguin Pursuit on it. Jingle Jets on there, as well as, of course, the main prize you get is this really cool wand. There's 3 lighting settings. There's a 1, 2, and 3, and then you wave it around the activation, and I guess it does what it does. Santa sweethearts are singing over there, I hear them. But of course there's some beautiful light hanging over here. Beautiful picturesque scene that you can do here. And I don't know if they've always been in charge of the lights, but San Diego Social Lights are the ones who are responsible for all the installation here on the Midway. Very beautiful. They did a very good job here. And they do have their advertising as having over 1 million lights this year. Apparently that's like almost like double what they had the previous year. Crazy. And just by standing here in the hangar bay, I'm just looking down the line. I'm going to turn the camera real quick. I'm seeing a lot more festivities. I'm seeing a lot more lights. I'm seeing it. So the $1 million lights I'm seeing, I believe that's what's happening this year. This is so cool. But let's say hello to Santa sweethearts here and listen to some wonderful music.
And I brought some corn for popping. Lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out of the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. Long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Wearing a little Santa outfit. He's got his elf outfit over there. Oh, this is so cool. Like I said, today is Bring Your Dog Night. So they have 3 special nights this year. We're recording on November 30th. And tonight is Bring Your Dog Night. So as long as you pick up after your pets, and obviously be respectful of the museum and others, you can bring your pet here to have a good time. And I've been seeing some cute animals so far, really nice. But they also have 2 other nights that you can be a part of. The next one is on December 7th. That is sports night. Wear your favorite jersey, Team Pride. I'm wearing, of course, my San Diego Padres. This is a special navy camouflage one that they had from a few years back. So just imagine if you were taking photos with Santa, who's actually right above my shoulder, right over there. If you had the whole family dressed up in your favorite garb, your favorite team, having a cool photo with Santa, I think that'd be really cool. So December 7th is that, and there is on December 12th, Ugly Sweater Night. And of course, you know what an ugly sweater looks like, so I don't have to explain to you. But also, you know what else is ugly? Not this guy, not this guy. No, the guy behind you, Trevor. SoCal Disney Dad is here with me as my guest. How you doing, sir?
Doing well, thank you.
Very good. So you've been on the Midway before, but not for Jingle Jets, right?
That's correct.
Beautiful. So hopefully this is below deck. So we just started our trip here, but you got 2 other decks to deal with. Oh, you know, the flight deck and then some of the below deck area. Lots of fun. And I got told there's over 1 million lights, which is like almost double what they had previous years.
Wow.
So a lot to be done here. So I think we're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
So of course we have Santa over here. What's cool about Santa is that he has his own flight suit. He takes a photo inside the ejector seat of the plane. Beautiful picturesque view here of the tree. There is 2 ways you can go about it. Walk-ups are clearly encouraged. If there's not that big of a line, feel free to just get in line and do it. But there is an option for you to do reservations ahead of time, and you can do those online so that you actually bypass the line and get quicker access. But as you can see, the wait for it is not that much. The photo itself, you can have somebody take a selfie, you know, you use your phone, take your personal camera, and take a picture of it completely free. There's no requirement for you to buy the pictures, but of course you can have the professional photographers here, and you can then purchase the photos later for, you know, packages, digital and whatnot. Just like this folks are having here. You can have Santa hold on to your 4-legged friends there for a cool little photo. I see an increase of like these types of lights, the big structural lights. I don't know if there's a particular term for them, I'm calling it that. Oh, here you go. So they moved some of the winter tunnel areas from more towards the gangway to over here. Gonna go through the tunnel right over here. Got some polar bears and beautiful. You know I'm a sucker for a ton of lights over here. Oh, that's cool. Doesn't sync to music, but it's still very beautiful. Oh, so here we go. They have some directional signs this year. Letters to service member, that's going to be below deck. They do have some drink specials. Looks to be $12 for the adult beverages. And again, the special nights that we have going on. They put a pretty nice little Christmassy scrim right over here for the holidays. And opposite over here, they have the holiday train sets. And they got various trains and trams going through. Some wonderful festive scenes over here. But it's always cool. You know, I'm not a huge train guy, but I do love, you know, experiencing and watching the joy, sitting here for a few minutes and just watching all the energy, you know, the walking around and checking out the cool little things. I especially like it when they have like, sometimes they have little figures that do little waves or drops, or, you know, it almost looks like there's actual little people working and living in this thing. That's cool. And going up to the safety team's office over there, they even have lighting going up. Now you can't go into any of the special quarters like captain's or admiral quarters or anything of that nature. We are going to get access to obviously the flight deck to check out the planes wrapped up in their lights, and then some of the below deck levels because there's some activities and stuff to be there. I always like to bring special attention to this. This is called the Gold Star, or the Navy Gold Star tree. So this, of course, if you are familiar with the Gold Star program, it's to represent those who have fallen in a line of service of their duty to this country. And usually they provide a flag like this to members of that fallen soldier. So it's always wonderful that they have a tree here with presents. And sometimes if you take a look here, there's ornaments that will have photos of people. I'm assuming these are ones, maybe friends and family of people who actually are here on the Midway, relatives, whatever the case may be. So it's always wonderful to just take a moment, appreciate, and some thanks here. Because obviously if it wasn't for these folks and brave men and women, you know, we wouldn't have the rights and freedoms that we do today. Definitely, I'm already seeing an increase in like these little light projections on the floor too. I'm seeing lights on the props of various planes as well too as we're walking by, including that a famous one here, the Barbara 3. You can see the props here with some lights. And I say it's famous because this is actually a plane that was flown by President George Herbert Walker Bush. Hence why the Barbara name after his lovely wife. And yeah, so you can actually see some American military and presidential history here. Oh, and look at this little guy. Look how cute. Hi, buddy. Oh, hello. Merry Christmas to you. So normally in previous years, the VR, the simulators are open. But I guess this year they're not open this year, the flight simulator. These are the really extreme ones. These are the ones that are like, you're really like an ace pilot going through. But they still have open this one, the Screaming Eagles VR, but that's because they have a Santa's Christmas Rush VR. And this is the one where, you know, they got little motion chairs, but they got the little Oculus headsets that you put on there. So this year I want to do it. Here's where you can pick up the souvenir photos of the ones that you took up at the front. And just to kind of show you what they look like, you know, they can impose you with like some of the planes or stuff that are above deck on the flight deck. I am seeing an increase in lights here. Like even just simple ropes going around, added little snowflake things like that. I'm seeing an increase in decoration. I really am. But something that is always cool is the children's craft area over here. And they have some tables over here. The crafts are completely free for you to do for children of all ages. Okay, so that's it. What they are this year is they have little ornaments. Okay, this is obviously a penguin. And you get the matching sticker sheet. And you can put the stickers onto the ornament just like that. So I think we'll do one. Actually, I did a penguin last year. Let's do something different this year. So all you gotta do, like I said, so the reindeer, you get the snowflake. So we're just gonna put the reindeer. There it is. Simple enough crafts ornament. And they got some ribbon right here, so you can. There's a hole at the top, so you can tie them around and make a beautiful little ornament. So cool. Those who do indulge in some adult libations, they have a bar here on the hangar bar, as they call it, the elevator, the lift that goes over there. They got a couple drinks here. They got the Cocoa Claws, hot chocolate, black skimmer bourbon, creme de menthe, a Jingle Juice. That's a rum drink, cranberry fresh lime juice, simple syrup, an old, as in Old Lang Syne fashion, Cutwater skimmer bourbon, rye whiskey, maple syrup, bitters, eggnog, the Happily Ever After, vodka, cider, lemon juice, ginger syrup, apple syrup, and the Santa Margarita, fresh lime juice, tequila blanco, fresh lemon, pomegranate, and pomegranate juice. They also do have some regular Cutwater spirits, some wines, different beers, seltzers, soda, and water available should you want. One of them's naughty, one of them's nice. And it makes sense. One's sitting nicely, and one was standing. And look at this, they're actually providing little pup cups for the little four-legged friends. It looks like some, what is it, whipped cream and a gingerbread guy?
It's pumpkin and heavy cream.
Ooh, pumpkin and heavy cream. Look at that, pretty cool. They got some tables out over here for you to enjoy. And they are well decorated against the railing over here. Got lights and trees and everything. Oh, and look, I think we found a penguin that we can do a little magical activation about over here. Let's do that in a second. I think we're just supposed to tap this thing right over here and see what happens. Ready? Avada Kedavra. Oh, okay. Okay, that's cool. Now, does it do different ones? That's what I'm just kind of intrigued. So this is like one. Maybe if I change the setting, let's see. Does it do anything? I gotta reset it for a quick second. Nah, that looks like the same thing. Hey, okay, that's pretty cool still. It's a weenie. And now Weenie is enjoying its pup cup. It is it got a little on the nose. Oh, so cute. So they do have 2 places to grab some food. They do have some specialty food items. That's the main cafe over there. But they do have the Jet Express to the right-hand side. There's gonna be some more snack foods. They got a cream cheese-filled gingerbread churro. Oh, I'm getting that for sure. They got holiday dip treats. This is where you can also get cookie kits where you can do your own decorating cookies. They also have s'mores kits. And then I forget how you put the flame. I'm going to ask them real quick. But I think there's like a little fire pit that you can go to heat them up. Hot dogs, cheese, chili cheese dogs, mac and cheese cups, soft pretzels, hot cocos and teas, lemonade, soft drinks, water. Normal affair right here. Oh, and they do have the holiday turkey sandwich, which is another food item. I heard that it's in there, and we'll check that out in a second. But here are the little snack kits that you can get. This is the cookie decorating kit over here. Comes with a little lunch bag. And then the s'mores kit over here to make your own s'mores. Ah, okay. So if you do get a s'mores kit, they got some tables out here And they got the little heating element right there, so then you can toast the s'mores. Okay, so they got plenty of tables here. That's pretty cool, actually. So we're gonna go check out the cafe now and see what items they have. They have some decor, some trees, some garlands hanging out here. Let's see, we got some specials here. We got some pepperoni and cheese pizzas, hot dogs, mac and cheese cups. Here we have some cheeseburgers, chili cheese dogs, chili cheese fries. Oh, and the sandwich, the holiday turkey, which is roasted turkey and cranberry sauce. And here we have seasonal soup in a bread bowl, holiday dip treats, the cookie decorating kit, s'mores kit. Same stuff that we see on the front part, but now you get a better view of it. Also, the dip treats are cookies, waffles, Rice Krispie treats. That's pretty cool, and some brownies as well too. And let us ask what the seasonal soup is. And the soup is a clam chowder. You know how I'm a fiend for churros, and you put gingerbread and cream. Oh, it's done. There's a dessert that I love every year that somebody makes for me. It's called churro cheesecake. Okay, it's simple but delicious. It's like the bread you put for like croissants or something like that. Then you put cream cheese spread with cinnamon and butter, and then you put another layer. It's like cheesecake and a churro had a very festive love baby, and it's the best thing out there. And this is probably as close as I can get to that right here in a simpler version. Not as good, I will admit, that's better, but this is still damn good. This is a 5 out of 5 for sure. Get this one. Look at that. Hi, buddy. Oh, look how cute. Oh, trained and everything. Look at that. Oh, these are always so cool here. They got this video scene where they got like Santa, like there's this sleigh, which is really cool. And it's like, there's Shooter on the flight deck. And then it launches off like a jet, and that's so cool. Happy holidays with the Midway in downtown San Diego skyline. Gigantic wreath. That is massive. Hello, hi. Look at that. And just a reminder when it comes to food. So the restaurant is going to close a little bit earlier, close about like 8:15 or so, give or take. The little side express cafe will actually stay open until about 8:45. So do keep that in mind if you want to get any coffees, teas, and snacks and whatnot. So if you want a real menu item, just keep that in mind. The only thing left here on this deck is going to be the shop, but we'll do that towards the end. As all good journeys do, they end at a gift shop. Right here is going to be where you can get to the flight deck, and that is probably the main star attraction of the whole thing. Obviously all the planes and the jets and everything that are decorated for the holidays. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go below deck because there are some holiday activities to be done. And heading below deck, we got this wonderful present here. We got some Nutcracker standing guard. And then we go down this way. Hold the rails, watch your step. Got a large reef here. Got some candy canes as we walk through. And then, hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
And then we got some presents and a beautiful truck and some trees and a little miniature Santa right over there. Santa, you shrunk. Not for Christmas, but they do have a Thanksgiving Day menu. Of course, a lot of mouths to feed aboard the Fighting 41. 4,500 sailors, 13,000 meals served daily. I always like to showcase this one. Whole tom turkeys, 4,248 pounds, roughly about 177. Virginia baked ham, 1,050 pounds. Cranberry sauce, giblet gravy. I eat that much gravy alone in one sitting, okay? Sweet potatoes, buttercorn on the cob, pumpkin pie. Honestly, Trevor, all I need when it comes to any holiday thing is mashed potatoes and gravy, and I'm happy.
No. The pumpkin pie is the essential ingredient.
With the gravy?
No.
Can you put gravy on the pie, though?
No.
Oh, then I don't want it. Okay. But it's always cool to see, just and put it in perspective, how much they have to make for all these sailors. But here's some examples of some of the food I guess you get here. What's the grub? Corned beef hash, hash browns, eggs. Looks like we got here during breakfast time. Bacon, sliced ham. So American bacon, Canadian bacon, French toast, chipped beef. Gotta be careful with chipped beef. You eat that stuff, you might get some chipped teeth. Head on this way, a little bit further down. You can see, inside they even put some lights on. Like I said, with this experience, you are on board the USS Midway. You don't get the full experience, like you're not gonna get into every single deck aboard her, but you do get, the below deck that we're accessing right now, the hangar bay, and of course the flight deck. So this is not the same, just because you have admission to the Midway Museum, this is a separate ticket. So just because you have a ticket earlier in the day for the Midway does not give you access for Jingle Jets. But now that we're here in this area, they're going to have the activity of letters to service members, which is always fun. And they collect the letters. They actually do provide them to service members overseas. And I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, it was either 3 or 30,000 letters that they were actually able to send on our behalf to all the wonderful servicemen and women serving overseas. So they always have these cool little coloring pages as well too. It looks like Santa's on his jet and got the penguin getting it ready. They'll have markers and crayons for you to use. But then here is the envelope that you use to write a letter. So here's actually some lined paper. So we got our lined paper right over here. We're going to take a let's do a marker right here, and we're going to write a lovely letter to a serviceman or woman serving overseas. And we'll put it in the envelope, and then there is a mail the letter, a little thing over there, and we'll drop it in there. And then we will put it in this cool, nifty envelope. Look at the little lick here. And a kiss. And there we go. And let's go to the mailbox. Gonna mail it, and then Jingle Jets Midway will take care of all the shipping. And there it is. Another tree, beautifully decorated. But of course, they got one more of the activations here. There's the penguins. But really what you're looking for is the snowflake, because you can see there's obviously that sensor right above it. So let's see what this one looks like. Lumos. And then we'll go to the right over here. Got some more decorative pieces over here. Got the tree. Got some more decor. Oh, that's a pretty nice little garland. I like that. Got some big bells over there. Some more decorations. And one thing I really like about this one is that they take you into the actual kitchen on board, which is always really cool. And see what it takes to feed all these mouths. We got some elves in here as well too. They're not really hard to work. They're just hanging on for dear life. Got a gingerbread guy. Even put some stickers on board the ovens. But I always love to be in here. The mixer. I feel like that's a dangerous spot to be with that juicer with the gingerbread man. And look at all this right here. Look at all the fryers here to make potatoes or French fries and whatever else needs to be fried, like chicken. And you got, what are these? Aren't these like the mixers or like the steaming areas for like vegetables and rice? Look at that. Wow. You got some slicers and mincers and juicers and a whole lot of stuff here in this galley. Gotta wash the dishes afterwards, of course, too, with magic. So that pretty much takes care of the below deck area. Again, the main activity down there is the one activation with the wand and the letters to the military personnel. So now we're back up in the hangar bay area where we started the main portion of our event. And then we're gonna walk up to the flight deck, which is the main piece de resistance of the whole thing. So here we're going on now to the flight deck, or as they like to say this way, to the North Pole. But let's take a moment to just observe some of the beautiful lights here of downtown San Diego, including the Maritime Museum with the beautiful Star of India. Here we are on the flight deck. And whether we catch it the first time through or if we wait and do it a second time around, they do have a light show that happens every hour on the hour. Oh, and there you go. I see little bits and pieces of it happening right now. They do have a shop over here. This shop closes early, but the main shop should be open for the entirety of the event. A lot of the planes that are going to be on here, they have like net wrapping with lights over them. Beautiful. They got large ornaments. This is new. I don't remember seeing this one right here. Very cool. And this jet right over here. So pretty. Flight deck vehicle being driven by some penguins here. And even some of the planes you can actually go into. Some of them have the area where like the cargo areas or whatnot that you can actually step into and take some really cool photos. Completely missed it. But next to this, where these penguins here, I blame these penguins for not letting me know about it. But there's one more of the snowflake activations. And abracadabra. Ooh, that's pretty. That explains why these lights weren't on when I walked by. Cool. Oh, and they do have a snack cart over here. The snack carts on the flight decks usually close a little bit earlier as well too. In the snack carts, we're gonna have things like, oh, a lot of the same that was at the Express down below. Packaged treats, the churro as well, popcorn, hot dogs, soft pretzels, hot cocoa, drinks of that nature. And gotta love a cutout with a non-copyrighted version of certain characters. There you go, this jet's really nice with the red. Of course, I would appreciate a red color jet. There is this CH-3 Sea King, which has a very prestigious history. It was actually used in the rescue mission of the astronauts from Apollo 8, 12, oh actually 8, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So cool. Just imagine, that hoist right there carried some very famous names. But not only that, you can actually go inside, and then it's actually slightly decorated on the inside too. Look at that. Okay, so cool. You even make your way up a little bit to the pilot's area. Have a cool little sneaky peek outside. Wow, another light tunnel over here. Always cool. Let's walk through it real quick. So beautiful here. It is such a beautiful event. I love coming every year. Giant ornament over here. But there's the Grinchy green one himself right over there. Look at that. That's really cool, this helicopter props. Or blades. I think on helicopters they're called blades. That's the island. And then I see like a really nice on the projections with the snowflakes. They're moving around. More trees are added down here in this area. This is kind of like well, there's a dance floor over there if you want to enjoy yourself. There's a DJ spinning music hits right now. But there's trees lit up. This is the reindeer games experience. It's expanded a little bit larger this year. There's games and activities to be played at over here. We'll check that out later. Tables for you around to enjoy your meals, your beverages, your hot cocos. Where the 3 snowmen are over here. And it looks like this snowman had a little too much eggnog, but they do have some more beverages over here, including a lot of the same ones we saw down below with the beers and wines. So this is another one of the helicopters that you can go into. This one's a CH-46 Sea Knight, and this one you can go into as well too. Watch your head. And this one is, oh hello there little elf. And look at all the beautiful garland and lights in this one. Pretty cool. And then you got some little elves here. You can also go through the backside as well too if you want. Also, to give you a little bit of a time frame reference here, we came on board at 5:30. That's when the event first started at 5:30. It runs until 9. Last entrance is at 7:30. And Wham is playing Last Christmas, which has nothing to do with that. The earlier in the night tends to be the busiest. When we have come previously in previous years, the later last hour or two of it, not a lot of people. So if you really want to get those best Instagram photos, if you're someone, maybe you don't have little ones, right? If you have little ones, you probably want to get to bed a little bit earlier. But if you don't, like us, we don't have little ones, we can come a little bit later. And to get the best Instagrams and the best videos without as many people kind of interrupting your take, the later in the night, the better. So keep that in mind. Also, we're going to be here the whole night walking around, but I would probably say the average person should take about an hour to an hour and a half to walk through, check out the lights, and then assuming that you're going to also do all the activities that are on board here too. So it could be a little bit quicker, could be a little bit longer. If you're also reading all the notes from all the different planes on here, it could even take you 2.5 hours. Who knows? But I would say the average person, hour and a half is a good amount of time to dedicate to this event. Even lights around the railings too, which is nice. I feel like the whole railing has been covered in lights. I think that's different in previous years. We got, oh, this green helicopter looks really nice. What is this one? Looks like a Vietnam era style helicopter. What is this one? Yeah, it is a Huey. I thought it was a Huey. It definitely wasn't a Louie or a Dewey. This is a from 1966, yeah. Vietnam era Huey, and I just love the colors, the green and red. I'm gonna call this one the Grinch. This is the Grinch. Some planes are gonna be a little more simpler, like this one right here. It just has some beautiful, you know, red, white, and blue style lights on its props. That's really beautiful. That's a nice look. I like that. But this one is always one of my favorites that's always here. This jet, because one, it has the reindeer up in the front over here, giving it some extra boost. But there is the Santa sleigh behind it, which is always so cool. I wish there was a way for you to take photos in the sleigh with it. That would be the best part. Like you can actually sit down, but oh well. Oh, but it does have one of the activations on here. Are you ready? Set, ball count.
That wasn't very fun.
Oh. Okay. That one's cool. That one's cool. Oh, wow. That was cool. Now, everybody who is watching, give me $5 to pay for that. No. Look at this, Shooter, the mascot for the Midway Museum. He's even got his own little festiveness going on. You got these light up trees here. Looks like there's about, what, 8 of them on the port and starboard side on the flight deck. Various colors. This is cool. Let's get in the middle here and get a good little middle picture. There you go. The cruise ship terminal. There was just a cruise ship here the other day too, at one of the Princess Cruise lines. You got the flagship cruises, like the ones that go out on the bay for dinners. You can see Mission Bay. You can see SeaWorld right over there, the big giant 330-foot tree. Shelter Island, Harbor Island, all that good stuff. Of course, you got a large red, white, and blue rope of lights going all the way to the top antennas and then back down, stretching the whole way of the ship. Hey, Trevor, fun fact about, I know a little history about the pilot of this particular aircraft. This guy was always known for always never being late to a mission.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, because if you look closely, he was always early. So this is a new addition to the Midway. I highly, highly doubt that has anything to do with Christmas, except they did put some lights on this, which is really cool. Not only that, they got some lights around the tank here, and they put some lights on all these vessels. They look like swift boats, which are pretty cool. Yeah, Navy SEAL boats, Navy boats. This is an additional charge over here. Looks like 4 minutes is $5, 2 minutes for $3. That is really, really cool. So it looks like at the quarter to the hour, they're gonna have a dance party going on right here with the DJ. But like I said, every hour on the hour, they're gonna have the light show. And it's that jet over there, and all the lights and trees that you see in between here that are gonna sync to the music. And then here we got the middle of the deck, we got the reindeer games. We got things like Connect 4. We're gonna have hula hoops for people to enjoy. Oh, a reindeer toss. You can put some rings around the antlers. Got Jenga and some cornhole to play as well too. This one's got the nose of Rudolph with the red. That's cool. This is a Grumman C2 Greyhound, a cargo transport plane. This one's got the lights on the props. Ooh, definitely gotta watch your head on this one. Ooh, tight fit, tight fit. Ah, there we go. Beautifully, beautifully done here. Got some creepy looking reindeers here. Stockings hung with care. And then we exit over here, down this way. Oh, and look, I think we found our 5th and last of the penguin activations. Ready? And Feliz Navidad.
We got some red, white, and blue.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, it's stacking.
Oh, where?
Oh, it went away.
And we made it for the dance party. It's really loud, and of course they're playing some copyrighted music, so I'll fill some in here. But apparently also with the dance party, I guess they're also gonna give a prize to the best dancer here too. So that might be the best dancer right there. Oh yeah, look at that. He got a, oh, looks like he got a cool like disco ball prize. That's cool. There we go.
Have to worry about it.
So we got some music happening with the light show that's happening right now. So we got this plane over here. and this plane over here is synced to the lights. And then of course, all the trees over here are synced as well too. So right now, obviously this is Frozen, so I may have to switch out the song here, but still enjoy. Right now it's about 8 o'clock right now, so to give you some idea of crowd levels. Do you see anybody behind me? Nope. Because again, the last hour or so, last hour and a half, kind of like really starting around 7:30 or so, the whole thing gets really empty. So if you really want the perfect Instagram me, where you can stand in front and not have to worry about it and people coming over, that's the time to come through. But I enjoy this because, you know, sometimes you get to sit in those little cockpits and take your photo ops and all that stuff, which is pretty cool. So, well, I think it's time to see the jolly old elf himself, which I absolutely...
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, Santa. Now, Santa, one thing I always love about you here at the Midway is, first of all, let's experience how cool this flight suit of yours is.
Oh,
I mean, look at this, look at this. I mean, look at this. Now, I'm sorry to say, but I think this is how Santa should be at all times, with the cool flight suit. He's got his jingle bells and everything, and his boots already. That's the outfit to go. I love it. Now, Santa, you know better than I do. I'm still working on the nice list, okay? I'm almost there. I'm almost there.
Yeah.
I'm almost there. But I figured if I give you a good holiday joke, that might help out with some points. What do you say?
Okay, sounds good.
So, did you know, I found this out recently, that not a lot of people know about this one, that you had Mrs. Claus sign a prenuptial before you got married.
No.
Yes, it's true. Yeah,
that put me on the naughty list.
No,
you can't do that.
You called it your escape clause.
That's a good one.
Okay, I made him laugh. I think it's official now. I think they got me on the nice list. What do you say?
Yep.
Perfect. So I think I'm going to go on to the Screaming Eagles VR and try it out, because they got the Santa's Christmas Rush VR. Now remember, this is the type of VR in which you just sit in the chairs and you got the little Oculus style headsets that go on there. So it's $10 for a ride per person, $9 if you are a member. Oh, this is cool. So I see like a skyline in front of me. It's kind of cool. It's like you're going through like a futuristic-y city while you're trying to find the presents that are like neon green and pink and whatnot on top of like buildings. And you are moving around and about, but it's kind of steady. It just feels like you're kind of going natural flow of flying. If anything, the visuals might make you more sick than anything else, not so much the movement. It's kind of like a Tron looking city. Whoa, okay, now we're going a little faster. And of course there's Christmas music being played right now. And it looks like if you had people sitting with you, you'd be competing against them too. But since I'm by myself, I'm competing against myself. Just to see how high of a score I can get. Oh, I hear Santa. Oh, I think that's it. I got that vortex back. As we always do with all of our journeys, we ended at a gift shop. So of course the Midway has a pretty good gift shop called the Jet Shop. So we're going to specifically look at their holiday items that they have here. We take a look at these trees. You can see they got some ornaments. They got the Midway ornaments, lighthouses and boats, and United States Navy. So if you got a military service member in your family, maybe a nice gift here. Ooh, this is a beautifully painted ornament. Of course, any of these items actually make a good gift, especially if you got somebody who's a military fan or a military member. Lots of sweaters and shirts with the Midway logo, Under Armour style shirts. Dress your kid up as a Maverick from Top Gun. They're gonna have some cool, oh, look at this one. This is a nice little shirt here. I've never seen this before. USS Midway, and it kind of patriotic-y, but like 70s look. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like that. Ooh, nautical flags that spell out USS Midway. Fun fact, my grandfather, who served in World War II, was a signalman who was in charge of the this type of thing right here as well. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Dress up your own little Midway bear. They got pilot jackets. It's one of those rocket pops. It's a rocket pop. Look at that, red, white, and blue, or a eagle. That is so cute. Well, look at this for Friends of Spirit jerseys. This one's pretty cool. It says Midway. It looks like it's stitched. It is that bubble material that they put on there. And on the front, oh look, that's pretty cool. And I really like this tie-dye watery effect, which is really nice. Patches and knives and hats and some MREs. Cool bags as well too. Chocolate bars. Oh, and look at this. This is pretty cool. A Blue Angels pilot doll. And if I'm not mistaken, I might be, but I believe a woman became like a commanding officer for like the Blue Angels recently, or like there was one a few years ago, or maybe she was like the first ever member of the Blue Angels. Because historically speaking, it's always been an all-male unit, but I think a female recently was involved, which is pretty cool. And if you need some last minute little lighting effect, here's some candy cane necklaces. Now that we're done here, before we do, I wanted to mention a few things, some information, some basic housekeeping here. So right now, Jingle Jets is happening on select nights now through December 30th. Again, we talked about the 3 specialty dates that are happening tonight, which was the Bring Your Dog Night, so obviously that one's over. December 7th, Sports Night, wear your favorite team jersey or sweater or something, take a cool photo with Santa with the whole family dressed in their favorite outfits of their favorite sport team. And Ugly Sweater Night on December 12th. Last entries at 7:30. Like I said, it takes about an average an hour to an hour and a half probably for everybody to enjoy themselves and do a full walkthrough of Jingle Jets. This is a separate ticket event, not included with Midway admission. It is a separate ticket, so if you're here for Midway during the day, you do not have access to the Midway at night for Jingle Jets. And rain or shine, this event does occur because the majority of it, again, is in cover. We're here on the hangar deck, and obviously a lot of the lights and attractions are up top are waterproof, so you don't have to worry about that. But obviously some things like dance party and reindeer games would not occur due to the weather, but it is rain or shine. Adults are $30, children are $20. No military discount because this is a specialty ticket event, but there are discounts if you are a Midway Museum member. And tickets, very important, tickets are only sold online. They are timed. No walk-ups are available, so you have to buy your tickets online. It is timed because that's for pacing and for safety purposes, and not at any one point in time does the event get too crowded. But if you are late for your arrival window, if there is space available, the Midway will work with you and help you get in if you missed your time. But I just wanted to bring it up. They do have the parking lot that is owned by Ace Parking, which is this is the closest one that's here to the Midway, but it is limited in size, obviously. So once it's full, it could be an issue. But there is a hotel parking spot at one of the buildings right over there across the way. The price for parking over here tonight was $15 because it is considered special event parking. So that's most likely what you're going to be paying when you arrive. But it was $10 approximately when I was checking online for the parking lot that's right across the street over there. So, and of course, I mean, if you want to park on the street, you're more than welcome as well too, if available or metered. Well, I think that's going to do it for our time here at Jingle Jets for 2025. First and foremost, I did want to thank the USS Midway for inviting us over for this event. First of all, thank you very much for that. I would have came even if they didn't invite me, but had a great time. Trevor, tell me, your first time at Jingle Jets, give me your quick thoughts on it.
Man, I love this. It's got festive holiday spirit all the way around. Lights on all the planes. It's just phenomenal. The light tunnels. I'm a sucker for light tunnels, and they got a couple of them, so I really enjoyed those. And you just can't help but get in the spirit with the music and the dancing and all of that going on.
I know, right? I feel very festive here. When we're talking about some of the other Christmas events going around town, I feel like this honestly is truly the most festive. It definitely has over 1 million lights. I haven't counted every single one of them. I stopped at about 900,000, but I'm going to assume there really is 1 million here. I can feel it. I mean, you got the light show that happened. You got some Christmas treats, some food, family-friendly event. I don't have kids, but I think Trevor will definitely bring his family here because he loved it.
Absolutely.
And had a great time. So definitely, we wholeheartedly recommend it for you guys to check it out. But I think we're going to say goodbye on this video. So if you like this video, do me a huge favor, big thumbs up for it. Second, subscribe to the channel. And third, hit the notification bell. Also, take it one step further and follow me on social media at Big Red Journeys. But even one further step beyond that, Let's follow this guy over here. What's the new channel? What's the San Diego channel that you have?
SoCal Dad San Diego.
SoCal Dad San Diego. I mean, you're more than welcome to follow him on SoCal Disney Dad as well too. But he's going to start doing some more San Diego adventures on that particular channel. So definitely, I'll put some information, give him a follow. So with all that being said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Joyeux Noel, Feliz Navidad, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Merry whatever you celebrate during this merry time of year. We wish you love, peace, and joy. Be kind, love one another, and then we'll see you on the next journey. Bye-bye now.